Next.
Hi, I'm Hollis Silverman,
And I'm Dr. Bruno.
and today we're going to be talking about the benefits of masturbation. Dr. Bruno, did you know that back in the olden times, it was known that masturbation caused blindness and infertility?
I did know, Hollis, because we were a Roman Catholic society, and as all good Roman Catholics, they like to infuse guilt in every part of our lives. So, yes. Even food, sex, of course.
Of course.
That's shameful. You shouldn't know these parts.
Well, good news, because now in today's society, masturbation is a very safe and healthy activity. It's good for the brain and the overall body.
Oh, no wonder why I'm so smart.
There are a lot of benefits to masturbation, including sleep. We all have trouble getting sleep. With social media, with our jobs, with our relationships, it doesn't end. So if you ever need to get a restful night's sleep, the hormone prolactin actually secretes into the body, which actually initiates a good restful night's sleep. So whenever you're having trouble sleeping, just get it on with yourself, because that way you'll know that you'll sleep well.
I didn't know that, actually. That's an amazing fact. With all the individuals and clients I know that go through sleep studies, and all the information I've read about sleep, never does it come up that you should masturbate before sleep. That's amazing. I think I'm going to try that.
Good, absolutely. Hey, it's natural, it's free, you don't have to go to the doctor, you just go inside of your sheets, so you're good to go, or wherever it is you do it. Another benefit of masturbation is alleviating cramps for all you women out there during menstruation and even pre-menstruation that experience, very, cramps that are really painful. Some of you have to use heating pads. Some of you have to use medication. Actually, masturbation will help alleviate those painful cramps.
Does it also work for individuals with fibroids, or is that above and beyond what masturbation can do for them?
It's probably above and beyond what masturbation can do for them. I would say with any woman that has fibroids to give it a try. Doesn't hurt to try.
Right.
Doesn't hurt to try. And then if it doesn't work out, then yes, I would go see a specialist and get help for that, get medication.
What about guys? What happens if they don't masturbate?
So if guys don't masturbate, what can happen is their scrotums can become enlarged, and it can be extremely painful for the man. So actually, the frequency of ejaculation is really important. And those soul sessions of frequency are not only good for the male just in terms of alleviating and not having that pain at all, but actually there's some new research now that says that men can decrease the risk of having prostate cancer. Yes, that was a very recent study, and the researchers actually in that study don't know the reason why. They don't know why, if it's the frequency or if there's another mechanism involved, but so there should be more to come on that. And
no pun intended.
No pun intended. So
I do have a question about that, Hollis. When it comes to masturbating, at what point does masturbation, for men and for women, but I'm thinking about men for some reason, does it become a addiction? Because then we might lead into a sexual addiction where they masturbate to the point where they don't want to become intimate with their partner because they're sort of like, there's nothing left.
That's a great question. So in terms of that, so an addiction issue with masturbation, if it impedes on a man's life, so their work, their social activities, their functioning in a relationship, just their everyday normal life, then that would lead to an issue with an addiction. Okay. So if it impedes on just normal daily functioning, that's when it can become problematic. So I wouldn't even give it a number. I would just say just if it.
Because I was wondering, like, how often can men masturbate, in a day, or is there a number, like 5 times as good, 2 times as good?
I mean, there's really no number. They say, I mean, that if it's a high number, that sounds like it could impede on somebody's daily functioning.
Okay.
Because if it's, if you're masturbating 10 times a day and
Then you're doing it at work.
then you're doing it at work. So you might get in trouble with your boss, or, a coworker could walk into your office. Might not be a good idea.
That would be sexual harassment then.
Correct, exactly.
Exactly.
And then you lead to other legal implications. So I would definitely not go that far. But I wouldn't put a number on it, no.
And so would you go visit a sex store, or, are there other things that you can bring into your sort of masturbatory repertoire?
Yes, actually. So in terms of your masturbatory repertoire, changing of your technique is actually really important, because with our we all have pelvic floor muscles. And if we don't change the routine or the technique of our masturbation, it can actually decrease your sexual arousal with a real live partner, funny enough.
I didn't know that.
So if you masturbate with your right hand, let's just say, it's a good idea to maybe incorporate a vibrator into the mix every once in a while, just to get that change.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you always want to have like a little bit of change in technique, just to make sure that you're not decreasing the sexual arousal.
Oh, so like someone who might use the what is that vibrator? It's called the jackrabbit?
Yes.
Then if they go and they sleep with their partner, obviously they're not going to be a jackrabbit. So therefore they can't, yes, gotcha, I understand.
Yes, perfectly said, exactly.
Oh, wonderful.
And one more thing, not only does masturbation do all these great benefits, but it increases sexual performance, which is really important for both men and women. Because as I was kind of saying before about the pelvic floor muscles, both men and women have them, and it goes from your pubic bone to your tailbone. So if you are working these pelvic floor muscles and you're stroking your penis, you're stimulating your clitoris, you're actually engaging these floor muscles and strengthening them. And as we age, they can decrease and they can become weakened. So the more that you increase the frequency, the more that they're going to get stronger, and you're going to decrease your odds of having any sexual dysfunction for women and erectile dysfunction for men.
So then we can get busy when we're 80.
Absolutely. That's
Wonderful.
the idea.
Awesome.
Exactly. So that is the end of today's session. So thank you for having us. I'm Hollis Silverman.
I'm Dr. Bruno. Bye.
Bye.